Welcome to my review of Westworld, an HBO remake of the classic film made in the 1970s. In a way, it's a bit of a pity that the great HBO has also succumbed to this remake mania that seems to pervade the industry currently. Given HBO's excellent track record, I'm hoping that they'll make a decent fist of this particular concept. Having J.J. Abrams on board as an executive producer can't be a bad thing in my opinion. The addition of an acting powerhouse duo such as Ed Harris and Anthony Hopkins can't hurt either. And Evan Rachel Wood isn't too shabby filling the role of leading lady either. And rounding out the cast is James Marsden, Thandie Newton and Jeffrey Wright. So, what about the actual show? Well, first off, it looks fantastic. They've really used that desert backdrop beautifully. A great contrast between the iconic Old West and a high-tech nerve centre in post-modern world. Anthony Hopkins plays Dr. Robert Ford, the originator and creative director of Westworld. It soon becomes apparent that he's going to have his hands full when one of his lifelike androids seems to suffer a nervous breakdown. An inevitable blame game ensues between the corporates and the programmers, but they just cannot figure out what the cause of this glitch is. Of course, there's wads of money to be made from these well-heeled tourists, so the show must go on. In the main, I quite enjoyed watching this first episode. There's plenty of talent in front of the camera and behind it as well. There's also plenty of potential for character development by the androids as they appear to develop self-awareness and their own historical references, which should, in theory, be wiped from their memories. There's great potential here to delve into big questions like what is it to be alive? On the negative side of the ledger, I found the pacing a little slow at times. There's also a huge cast of characters which I found a little confusing. Maybe that's just me. I'm not sure where this series is heading along its initial 10-episode run. However, I've seen enough so far to encourage me to want to see it a few more times and hopefully become a big fan.